Greetings from beautiful Bunclody, Ireland. My name is Nicole Watts and I'm a certified animal acupressure and massage therapist. Today we're going to talk about how the modalities of acupressure and massage therapy can help our sport horses. Acupressure is a system of Chinese medicine that was developed about 4,000 years ago. It helps to relieve pain and prevent illness in our horses. So how does acupressure actually work? Well, just like the horse's body has a circulatory system, a digestive system, a reproductive system, the horse's body also has a meridian system. I like to think of the meridian system like the electrical system in your house. The wires are hidden behind the walls. You can't see them, but you know that they're there. And they carry electricity or energy around to all the things in your home that need them, such as the refrigerator, the washing machine, your computer, your television. So if the energy isn't flowing, then these things don't work. The same thing happens in the horse's body. So the acupressure points are kind of like all the switches and breakers in your house. We want to make sure they're all in the on position, and that's my job. So I also like to think of the meridian system kind of like an interstate roadway system. I could get from here in Bunclody, Ireland, all the way to my house in North Carolina, and then all the way across the U.S. to California if I take the right roads. The same thing happens in the horse's body. I can press a point under the horse's eye and influence his stomach because it's all connected through this meridian system. So now that we've talked a bit about the meridians and how they carry energy, we're going to talk about the organs associated with those meridians and how acupressure can help your horse. My model today is Bella. She's a beautiful Holsteiner mare. So let's first talk about the horse's lungs. Why do we want our sport horses to have healthy lungs? Well, first of all, we want the oxygen that they take in to nourish their muscles. We want to help prevent any respiratory infections, such as when your horse is traveling in the trailer to a competition, coming in contact with other horses at the competition. The lung meridian can also help relieve pain in the neck, shoulders, and forelegs. The lung meridians control the hair and the skin, so can help issues such as rain rot and scratches. And the lung meridian can also help a horse's focus and work ethic. Now we'll discuss the horse's digestive system, which includes the stomach, small intestine, and large intestine. The most important thing we want to address with a healthy digestive system is warding off colic, because that is one of the horse owner's greatest fears. Another thing that is so important with the horse's digestive system is absorption of nutrients from the food that they eat, which can help them keep a steady weight. The digestive system also controls the muscles, so I can help with muscle tightness or soreness by keeping the stomach, small intestine, and large intestine meridians in balance. The immune system, 75% of the immune system is located in the large intestine. So by keeping the large intestine healthy through acupressure, I can help to boost the horse's immune system. This also has a calming and relaxing effect on the horse. So next we'll discuss how acupressure can help the endocrine system. So if we think way back to 7th grade science class, what organs are associated with the endocrine system? This would be the spleen, pancreas, and the glands, including the pituitary, adrenal, thyroid, and pineal glands. So discussing the spleen pancreas meridian, its main function is to process starches and sugars in the horse's diet. So when a human's pancreas is not functioning properly, they experience the disease of diabetes. When a horse's spleen pancreas isn't functioning properly, you can get issues like insulin resistance or metabolic disease. Another function of the spleen pancreas meridian is peristalsis. So peristalsis means moving food from where it enters the horse's mouth all the way until it comes out the other end and we have to clean it up in the stall. Another important function of the spleen-pancreas meridian is controlling all the joints of the hind legs, particularly the stifle joint as it runs right over the stifle, but also the hocks, fetlocks, and SI joint in the horse's hind legs. And for Bella here, since she's a mare, the spleen-pancreas meridian controls the menstrual cycles or the heat cycles of the mares. So if you have a mare that has cramping or grumpiness during her heat cycle, this can be helped with acupressure, which is really important since certain drugs that were previously used for these issues are no longer legal for competition. So then discussing the glands, including the pituitary, adrenal, pineal, and thyroid glands, what issues can we help through acupressure? Well, things like Cushing's disease can be helped not only with medication from your vet, but also with acupressure and possibly with herbal supplements. Now we'll talk about how we can keep our horses healthy by balancing the energy in the liver, kidney, and bladder meridians. So their biggest function is flushing waste products out of the body, such as toxins that your horse might have settling in its muscle tissue, which can cause soreness or cramping. So where would your horses get these toxins in their bodies? This can come from vaccines, deworming, sedation to have their teeth floated, pharmaceutical medications such as bute or banamine. All of these things are necessary for your horse, but they can leave behind waste products that can settle in the muscle tissue and cause soreness and cramping. So by doing acupressure on these meridians, it can help flush these toxins out of the horse's body. This can also help athletes by controlling their diaphragm, which is how much oxygen that they can take in. It can control eye movements, and it can also help to manage frustrated or aggressive behavior in your horse. The final set of meridians we'll talk about is the heart, pericardium, and triple heater meridians. The heart meridian is important for the vascular system. It helps to pump blood all throughout the horse's body, which is especially important for our sport horse athletes. The triple heater, as it's known in Chinese medicine, is actually the hypothalamus and pineal glands in the brain in Western medicine. This is what regulates the horse's internal body temperature, such as telling her body to run a fever if she's sick, and responds to external daylight and temperature. So it's what tells the horse's body to grow the fuzzy coat in the winter or shed the fuzzy coat in the summer. So we'll talk a bit about deep tissue massage and how this is going to help your horse. By keeping the horse's muscles loose, it makes your horse more flexible. This helps them to ward off injuries, tightness, soreness, knots, tears that might happen in the muscle, and can also help their performance. So when I do a full body massage on a horse, I usually start here at the horse's jaw and work my way back. We'll come to the capital atlantal muscle, which is located right here in the horse's neck, and this is important for the horse's flexion, turning their head left and right. I work my way down to the cervical trapezius located here, the cervical ventral serrated muscle located here, and then the full length of the brachiocephalic muscle, which goes from right behind your horse's ears all the way down her neck and ties into the front of her shoulder. Then I'll start to work on the horse's chest, or what we think of as the horse's chest. So the horse's chest and shoulder actually act very much like a human's upper arm. So when the horse's leg goes forward and back, it's just like our upper arm going forward and back. So what we think of as the horse's chest muscle is actually their biceps, and what we think of as the horse's shoulder is actually their triceps. So this would be called the caudal brachial triceps here. And we want this to be able to stretch, especially in the case of like a lengthening or an extension for a dressage horse. Then I work my way up here. Oh, step up a little bit, Bella. To the thoracic spinal muscle here. And a lot of times if I see problems here, it's from a saddle that's either too wide or too narrow. I work my way down the longest dorsal muscle of the horse's back and check their oblique muscles around their rib cage. Then I work my way back to the pelvis here. This is called the middle gluteal muscle, just like a person's gluteal muscle. And this helps with dressage horses when they have to bear more weight on the hindquarters, get into more of a sitting position. And it helps with jumpers too, as they push off to go over the jump. I work on the iliopsoas muscle that connects the lower back under the hip bone to the hamstring muscle, and then down the hamstring muscle down their hind leg to cover all important points of the horse's body. Call me to schedule your horse's session at 864-276-8536 and look me up online at www.equizen.biz.